Everybody was teasing me, telling me, "Yeah, yo, eat the 20." Remember that? Uh-huh. You are crazy, all right. You got that right. But Trump has been charged. Matt Gaetz attacks Kevin McCarthy after House Speaker pats himself on the back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, we know that. But we see Matt Gaetz is right there. But we see Matt Gaetz tore into his one-time friend, Kevin McCarthy, after House Speaker praised the work done by the Republicans. Read online has learned the Republicans have made this Congress more productive, more open, and more transparent. No, you have not, with your lying ass. More transparent than any time in recent history. The people's house, who people's house? When you just quarantine and force these people into a corner like as if you were going to throw them in jail if they didn't take the vax. And you talking about the people's house? Hmm? You garbage, nigga. Don't come telling me about no pandemic and no virus coming is your excuse to weaponize the government. You know what I'm saying? The house is getting back to work. Yeah, which work? The work of bullshit. Someone, you know what I'm saying, did an analysis of Congress, various the last Congress. He said the Congress actually has produced more, uh, 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 produced more bills. Yeah, you surely have a bunch of shittery ones. Bills more to become law. Yeah, the ones that will fucking set people up and put them in a position to where they're literally, you know what I'm saying, gonna be a slave probably. You know what I'm saying? Sure is. Sure is. Oh yeah. So we know there's a lot of bullshit that's going on. Talking about their past more bills. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope them bills is worth it for the people and not just for the beasts in Congress. Let's just be honest with this. You know what I'm saying? We have to start looking at these bills more carefully, and we have to be more in touch with what bills they're passing before they are passed. The American people don't need to be just gaming these bills and hoping that when they come out, they do something to help us after they done pass. Now they cannot be rescinded. You know what I'm saying? They're out there and then they run it for years on us and they don't rescind them in no sheep or fool. You see what I'm saying? They fool the sheep. They fool the sheep. Don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They fool the sheep. Let's just be honest. I had to put that in there. But we see that CZ passed more bills to law, which it makes it more difficult. But the thing is, we also, changed. We also changed it. What? Difficult. But the thing is, we also changed. Is we opened the, the things we changed is we opened the house back up. Members are now have to come to work. Yeah. hmm Kevin McCarthy sitting up there doing a lot of garbage. He could ask me. But we see apt New York leaders pretend not to notice while America's greatest city is falling. Yeah. Eric Greasy and Q Ball Adams is trying to con us into believing New York City is thriving. Thriving where? Not with black people and your black ass. Or they ain't do nothing to help black people. Probably the only thing you probably did was lock them the fuck up and go home and eat a big pot spoon with your cue ball head, you know what I'm saying, looking stupid. You know what I mean? You know, to make us believe that it's thriving. Sorry, Mayor Cue Ball Greasy head Adam, but we're not, wearing rose color glasses. On Sunday, Adams spoke at a bunch of New York Sun supporters, New York Sun supporters, at the American Hotel Tony, in Tony, American Hotel in Tony, Sag Harbor, New York, imagine that. He said the city is not coming back. You know what I'm saying? We're back. Yeah, right. Where? In your motherfucking brains? We back because you can get all them migrants to vote for the demon Democrats for the next 100 years? Fuck out of my face with his lying ass. And he up in Sag Harbor. Imagine that, yeah. One of the, yeah, probably the racist down in Sag Harbor. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where Joe Biden said he went to his house in uh, Hobart Beach, Delaware, because he can't go home. Well, we don't want you here. Catch a boat and take your monkey ass back where you came from. How about trying that one? You know what I'm saying? Don't come with that bullshit. You can't go home. Take your ass on home. Nobody wants you. Take your ass on home. Busing migrants to the deep blue cities is working. There's reasons why the demon Democrats are to blame for creep Joe Biden border mess. You know what I'm saying? The Republicans, you know what I'm saying, border state strategy to send illegal migrants, you know what I'm saying, to Democratic run cities and states is paying off. Last Thursday, New York Governor Greasyhead Q Ball Adams and Governor Nutcase ass Kathy Hochul, you know, sent a letter to the creepy ass wannabe president begging for federal aid. Importantly, she finally acknowledged where the problem is coming from. Yeah, because our brains is full of shit, and I've always been where it came from. hmm This is a financial burden. The financial burden the city and the state are shouldering on the behalf of the federal government, which that's what they wanted to do. While they have us up in NATO talking about some motherfucking nuclear war with Russia. You jackass. You know what I'm saying? We know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Scrambling them motherfucking eggs. You know what I'm saying? We are on the behalf of the federal government. Haxel, a fellow demon Democrat, said of the illegal migrants pouring in to New York, I can not ask New Yorkers to pay for what is fundamentally a federal, you know what I'm saying, responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been the federal responsibility at all. It doesn't matter whether it comes from the federal government or not, it's still overloading the country and its funds. Meanwhile, you have many of Americans who never could afford to even live the dream of America that you preach to them in school when they're kids, talking about opportunities and all this bullshit that you talk. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you have to go through so many racist hurdles to even get there sometimes. I'm not blaming anyone because you can be successful and you can push and push and push. Many have done it and we need to do it. This is where black people need to wake up at. You know what I'm saying? We need to do it for ourselves. And we need to take back the Republican Party and get up in government to where we can keep an eye on these motherfuckers at all times. You garbage. Nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear that piece of shit you're talking. You know what I'm saying? We know this is no more than another one of the plans, just like NATO pushing Russia into a nuclear war. You know what I'm saying? But we see vaccines amongst migrant children sparks controversy in New York public schools, and it should, spark controversy in New York schools. You know what I'm saying? It should. There's no way that the people should allow that to slide. Let's just be honest. There is no way that you should allow anything like this to slide. You know what I'm saying? If your kids had to do it for years of anti-prophylactic killing reason poison that he been putting to these kids talking about they need to be immunized and all this shit because we around your beast ass and you like a dog with fleas and jumping off on everybody else, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. You garbage, nigga. I'm just being frank. Why do everybody else kids have to endure sticking and pricking and shit, but they come over here and they don't have to? You garbage, nigga. You garbage. Let's just be honest. I don't even want to get into none of that either. You garbage. You know what I'm saying? You garbage. Let's just be honest. You know? You garbage. You know what I'm saying? We see the daily letter that's come out. You know what I'm saying? Where is this? Yeah. And many other things in public schools. We see a whole lot of other stuff coming out here where we have another newsletter. And this newsletter, you know what I'm saying, still mentioning the bullshit they talking about some Donald Trump. Like somebody wants to know that bullshit. None of that shit should stand. And anybody and the United States people should stand up to the point that if they try to pull this stunt, we're gonna tear this town, these cities down. We need to demand and push and show our power for the first time and support, you know, saying Donald J. Trump back in that seat. We need to push with all our might and push them demon Democrats right into the sea. There is no possible way that they should be involved in our government anymore and have any further say based on calling themselves, you know what I'm saying, based on calling themselves, you know, any type of elected official in our government. Because you garbage, nigga. Let's just be honest. You garbage. You know what I'm saying? And they've been running this piece of shit ever since. And then want us to sit here and bow down to their bullshit. Well, there's no more bowing down, and we have no more time for that because we have mad enemies at our door. You know what I'm saying? We see here where New York shelter migrants bombarded with 24/7 blaring recording telling them to leave. Legally, psychological warfare. Yeah, they need to leave. You know what I'm saying? They should have not had to come over here in the first place. Everybody wants to run to the United States and flood out the United States. But nobody wants to acknowledge the shit that is being done to their countries and all over the world that's pushing them here. How many people are you going to push into this country before it becomes a breaking point and civil war? Because this is what demon Democrats, Ku Klux Klan members, and racist extremists like to do. Try to start and spark a race war. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to try to pull every trick under the book. And creepy Joe Biden just proved that. You know what I'm saying? Just proved that. You know what I'm saying? We see New York NYPD can expect a flood of retirements after Greasy and Q Adams' proposal to slash overtime for migrant cost cutting source. Imagine that. You see what I'm saying? Now listen to this fucking black ass nigga idiot. Why the fuck would you cut the police officers overtime? Why would you do that? And then say it because you covering the cost of like take it out your motherfucking pocket, you bitch ass motherfucker. Do not vote this clown back in office. When his time comes for re-election, vote this black ass nigger out of there. I don't give a flying fuck what you think. Vote this fucking nigger up out of our fucking country. Because he ain't no more than a black ass fucking nigger ass sellout garbage piece of shit. And we know who put him there. And he probably cheated his way in there any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck you gonna cut the police officers overtime? Hmm? Hmm? Over the creepy Joe Biden and your dumbasses trickery garbage. There should be no cut in the police officers overtime. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to really defund in a sneaky way, because you're still at it, to defund the police officers and cut into their pay. Why you flood the city with dangerous people called migrants? Maybe not all, but a vast majority of them have slipped over that border, including Chinese diplomats and fucking diplomats and many Chinese people from the CCP and so on and so forth. While nobody's paying attention to that border, they're slipping in all kinds of our enemies' right through these borders. hmm Like my son said, open border policy. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wow. And my son is right. Can you believe that? This is all a plan to fuck up our country in itself. You know what I'm saying? With these people. You know what I'm saying? Because the demon Democrats had enough of your ass. They don't trust you to keep them in office anymore. You know what I'm saying? So they had to bring these people in to flood us out and all this. This is why they didn't have to be vaccinated. This is why they had a free cell phone, a free plane ride, bus ride to wherever they want to go. You know what I'm saying? Nancy Mace issued warning to mega Republicans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me see what this is right here. Let me see what this is right here. You know what I'm saying? Because we see a lot of bullshit in many of these elected officials that need to go. We got too many old farts up in there, first of all. And too many, it seems like too many young dummies. We need to get the young ones who have sense and get rid of the dummies. We need to get the old farts out there from farting up them seats, send them to jail for doing the shit that they just did to this country and agreed to on any kind of level. You know what I'm saying? And get them a friend, a mouse, a friend or something. You know what I'm saying? But we see in November 15, 2022, Palm Beach, Florida, the 45th president, which is still the president today, Donald J. Trump, speaks at his media event in ballroom at Mar-a-Lago, mandatory credit. You know what I'm saying? Thomas uh, Cody, or whatever his name is, at Palm Beach Post, U.S. Today. You know what I'm saying? Look at coming in by Kevin Harish, whatever his name is, on September 12th. You know what I'm saying? But we see here with the Wall Street Journal recently conducted and released a poll finding that fewer than 50% of Americans felt that Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States, was mentally fit. He's mentally fit. You're full of shit. I ain't want to hear that. You're garbage. He's mentally fit. Don't try to put him in the same seat with creepy Joe Biden. Creepy Joe Biden is a creep, and he's not mentally fit for anyone. He's lied his way all the days of his life, and he has done the United States a disservice by bringing in foreign enemies, voting to move all our industries into their pockets, while the American people lost their jobs and all types of shit in those steel mills, car factories, and so forth. On to where you go down there and the place is completely abandoned, look like the whole city left and went to China. This is part of Creep Joe Biden's moves and many other presidents in the same boat, just like him. You know what I'm saying? Just like him. We know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? And we know that for a fact. We see here where at the criminal court house downtown Manhattan, you know what I'm saying? Huge crowds is outside waiting for Trump lawyer for licensing email um, viral viral whatever it is Gmail. We don't know what the hell they're talking about, but we're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he got up in here that they talking about. Yeah, let's watch and see what's going on in this matter. You know what I'm saying? In this matter. Uh, yeah, they're in criminal court, I guess, trying to see what's going on with Trump. You know what I'm saying? We see an AI robot went to the Dolphins Chargers game and freaked out everyone. Oh yeah, ain't gonna freak everyone clean the fuck out because you're not paying attention to what's going on and what's about to come your way. Keep on playing around. You know what I'm saying? Keep on playing around. Here's why Santos support McCarthy called for impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. I think that we should get him out of there. We see declares war on Russia. Turkey declares war on Russia in massive blunder st- in front of Stan Putin. You know what I'm saying? We see unlikely partnership. GOP rep Matt Gaetz float teams with teaming with Demon Democrat Eric Swalwell to take down Speaker Kevin McCarthy. We see it begins. Now, saying we see Boba Vaga, blind mystic prophet, vision, and again, Pregman 2003 message before her death. You know what I'm saying? We see that the life was marked by a series of extraordinary events at the age of 12. You know what I'm saying? A freak accident left her blind, but also bestowed the gift of foresight upon her. Despite her blindness, she developed a ability to predict events with remarkable accuracy. People from various walks of life, you know what I'm saying, visit her humble abode, you know what I'm saying, in the mountains, seeking healing and uh, a glimpse into the future. That's good for her. And I'm glad that she was able to help many people. You know what I'm saying? Many people. We see Mitt Romney sends shocking unanswered text warning Mitch McConnell of Trump fueled violence on the January 6th so-called Baphomet number, Luciferian bullshit in his new book. Well, he could kiss my ass. You should have said it to creepy Joe Biden and stop talking shit. We see New York State ranks in the top 5 for STDs. Here's what. So here's what's spreading the most. Yeah, because they're putting that all in your ass as well. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen to this clown. Let's check out this clown. She owns some stuff.
Trump is busy in Iowa, where this happened.
Listen to this. Listen to this clown.
Sure, Donnie was feeling bad about himself. So he put out this. A beautiful day in the great state of Iowa. Oh wait, there's a video attached. I'm sure it's going to be super classy coming from Trump, potential presidential candidate for 2024. Oh, and someone who held the office of presidency. That's a nice one. Wow. You know what's sad? His followers will love it. But for the rest of the United States and the global nation, he's a real embarrassment. A bully.
And you know what? She's a jackass, a mentally retarded idiot. You could look in her face and see she's dumb as fuck. And you know what I'm saying? And she's in bed with the wicked people of this planet and wants to think that she's going to be able to convince us against Donald Trump. But what we need to do is block people like this out. Her so-called name is NY. It looks like vibration. Yeah, NY vibration. I think that may be her.
Trump is busy in Iowa, where
Donald Trump is not running. Donald Trump is not running for president to make America great again. Donald Trump is not running for president to represent the people that voted for him in 2016 and 2020. Donald Trump is running to stay out of prison.
He's lying.
Donald Trump is not running for president.
And look at this. Look at this. Arab boy. Arab boy. You know what I'm saying? You know he down with the deep state and China. You know what I'm saying? You know he down with the deep state and motherfucking China and of the talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Arab boy. Arab boy. If you can't do better, Arab boy, get the hell out of our country. You know what I'm saying? Go back to your country where you beat women, kidnap them, rape them, and treat them like a piece of shit. Then women should all get together, get some sticks, and beat the living crap out of all of y'all, and let you kill them all. So, or leave the country completely and come to us, and leave your ass alone and that Islam and all that other stuff alone. If you think you're gonna come over here in this country and convince us into going against the greatest president of all times, of this time, against him, while you let Joe Biden and the creepy administration and the rest of these demon motherfuckers come in our country, dig holes and digging for years and years, been chemicalizing us, been doing all types of shit. You garbage. You garbage. You know what I'm saying? But we see new bail law requires most of 30 drug dealers busted on Long Island for peddling trans, cocaine, and fentanyl to be automatically released, DA said. Oh, yeah. Let's check it out. You know what I'm saying? But this is coming in by Ruvain or whatever, Fenton or whatever, Steve, whatever, 9 hours ago, New York Post. This one is coming in on.